Is the pump over, or are we going to see a continuation? Because yes, we saw this massive pump towards the upside coming all the way to the levels of $28,600. So is Bitcoin finally going to break this major resistance that we have been talking about, or are we going to see a correction all the way back down? We're going to look at the charts, but guys, let's go over to the crypto bubbles. And yes, the overall crypto market saw a major push towards the upside, but we're going to find out why we saw this pump in first place. So let's go over to the news. And yes, US averts government shutdown. Congress passes a short-term funding bill averting a government shutdown. So yes, this is bullish for the overall market, and this could be a reason why we saw the pump. But if we go over to the next news, the list of the 9 Ethereum future ETFs that will be given SEC accelerated approval to potentially launch trading on Monday. So this could also be a reason why we saw this pump. But keep in mind, this is not a major bullish case, because the futures ETF, they don't actually need to hold the underlying asset, which is Ethereum. But guys, if we go over to the historical chart, and yes, I've showed you this before, and I was also talking about it on the channel of Dano Crypto. And if you missed this video about crypto gaming, make sure to go over to my channel, and guys, smash up the like button and subscribe. But if we go over to the monthly chart, this historical monthly return of Bitcoin, we can see that yes, we are in October, which is also called Uptober, because if you look at the stats, we only had 2 months where the price of Bitcoin closed in a negative, and this was exactly here in the year 2018 and in the year 2014, and all the other months were positive. We could expect that the next month are going to be extremely bullish for Bitcoin, and we can see that the month has opened with a 5% profit, and that is extremely bullish. But guys, let's go over to the charts. So on the 4-hour chart, we can see that Bitcoin broke this major resistance, which is now our support. And let us just change the color to green, because yes, obviously resistance turns into support. So yes, we could expect that Bitcoin is going to retest this previous resistance, because we saw this fast move towards the upside, and we can also see that the 13 EMA is exactly in this major support box, exactly at the levels of 27,680. And if we zoom out, then we can see the 38.2 Fibonacci retracement level, which was this major resistance, and also the price target of this falling wedge exactly in these areas. Guys, we could expect that we're going to come all the way back down, but does this mean that Bitcoin should come down, and that we couldn't expect that Bitcoin breaks up and that we're going to see a continuation? Guys, this can happen. Bitcoin can see a continuation all the way to this major next resistance level, but for that we're going to go over on the daily chart, because on the daily chart we have our swing high and our swing low exactly in these areas, and we took the Fibonacci retracement level from the top all the way to the swing low, and we said that the next price target is going to be the 61.8, this major resistance zone, and our major resistance level was the 38.2 Fibonacci retracement level. So we broke this towards the upside. So we could expect a consolidation, or we could expect that Bitcoin is going to come all the way back to our price target at the 61.8. But obviously we could expect some major resistance at the $28,100. And why? Because yes, it is our 50% mark from the Fibonacci retracement level, and exactly the mid level from the swing high and towards the swing low. So we could expect some major resistance, because previously we got the rejection exactly here and also here, where we could see that the price movement got a clear rejection from the 50% mark. Because if we take the Fibonacci retracement level from this high also to the swing low, then we can see yes, this was also near to the 50% level. But at the moment, guys, this is really going to be important, that Bitcoin is going to hold the 38.2 Fibonacci retracement level, which is all the way at the level of $27,300. So this is going to be our worst case, that Bitcoin is going to come all the way back down here, and that we could expect a bounce exactly in these regions. But yes, we could also expect that Bitcoin is going to turn around exactly in our support box, because if we're going to take the Fibonacci retracement level from this breakout, from this trend line, and all the way to the top to the swing high, then we can see, guys, the 61.8 Fibonacci retracement level and also the 38.2 are going to be major levels where we could expect a bounce either here or in these regions. But guys, if we're going to look at the longer time frames of Bitcoin, the weekly chart, guys, we can see that Bitcoin is back at the 200 moving average, this red line. So this is going to be extremely bullish if Bitcoin is going to close back above these levels, and what we could expect, Bitcoin is going to come all the way in the top of this range to our very important 30,000 US dollar level. So yes guys, at the moment we really have to find out if Bitcoin is going to bounce in these regions, either in the levels of the 61.8 or the 38.2 Fibonacci retracement level, and the 38.2 would be exactly here. And at the moment we can see that the price movement of Bitcoin broke the 38.2, the orange line, but at the moment we are getting this bounce. So yes, maybe we're going to form this flag and break out towards the upside. But guys, let's find out what the dollar currency index is doing at the moment. And yes, we saw this major breakout, and at the moment the dollar currency index is seeing this massive pump towards the upside. And yes, maybe also because of this bullish news that we're not going to see a government shutdown, but what is going to be the next move for the dollar currency index? Because if we look at this price movement, guys, this looks totally manipulated, and each and every time that we're going to see that the dollar index gets these major push towards the upside, guys, you can see we always get these corrections. So yes, at the moment we broke this major resistance level, but we can also see exactly in these areas we have a lot of resistance. So we could expect that we're going to see a correction very soon, because yes, nothing can go up in a straight line. And before we're going to end this video, let's go over to Solana, because yes, I told you exactly in these areas where I made a video about Solana to buy Solana exactly here, because we were at this very important trend line and we formed this W and we saw this massive pump towards the upside. And congratulations if you have bought the bottom, because yes, we saw a pump only from the second video towards the top of 32%. So guys, yes, if you like these updates, smash up the like button and subscribe, and most importantly activate the bell so that you're always up to date, and make sure to be for crypto.